Hi, my name is Lisa Robyn Wood and I'm the founder of Grip Corporate Coaching. In today's little video, I wanted to talk a bit about purpose and meaning, specifically in the workplace, but equally outside of the workplace in life. So if we start in the workplace, what do we mean by purpose and meaning? I link this to motivations. Maslow developed a hierarchy of needs, and in the hierarchy of needs, Maslow states clearly that money and status are important to us in respect to fulfilling our needs in our purpose. However, they are simply the foundations, the building blocks. If they're not present, our structures fall down. We fall down because something that's crucial is missing. None of us really work for free in terms of there is always a reward in what we do and why we do something. However, money, although it's important and it has to be there to satisfy our basic needs, isn't necessarily what we're all striving for. It's not necessarily the why we do what we do. So if it's only about money, actually we can become quite demotivated quite quickly over a period of time. So if money isn't necessarily what drives us or what motivates us, what does? I think this is where purpose comes into the equation. Purpose is all about our intention and the potential of our intention. What comes next is our impact, the outcome, and it's the reality of what we give out from what we do and how it affects other people around us. And then the meaning is why we do what we do and how it makes us feel. Purpose is a really strong value of mine. I have to understand the purpose behind what I'm doing. And if I don't feel that there is one and that there's no meaning to what I'm doing, I become demotivated very quickly. This can be down to simply the purpose of an action I'm taking. It can be the purpose behind my role. I know I've worked in organisations before where actually I haven't really felt as though my role has a purpose, and that's demotivated me almost immediately. I've always wanted to understand my place in an organisation and to be able to connect myself to the value that I bring to an organisation, what it means to them, and therefore ultimately why I'm there. If I can't recognise that, then ultimately I feel a bit pointless and a bit useless. So I think it's really important to connect with your purpose and why you do what you do. I've often challenged those that I work with and those who've worked for me to really explore this subject. And for some people, they find it really difficult. I think actually just giving people the space to stop and think about this is where the value begins, because actually once they fully start exploring it for themselves and they understand, well, actually, why am I doing what I'm doing? That can bring about so much insight in respect of people being more motivated to do what they do because they realise what's important to them and they want more of it. Equally, it can be really insightful for people to understand, actually, is what I'm doing the right thing for me? Am I actually adding value in a way that I would like to? Now, that doesn't necessarily mean a complete role shift. In some cases it might, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. It's not something we should dissuade. We should be bold and brave enough to encourage that, to ensure people are in the right roles doing the right things, because in turn that does the right thing for the workplace, for the organisation and the business. But actually it can be a really productive exercise for people to have a moment to take stock and understand, actually, I might be in the right role for me, doing what's important to me, but actually the approach I'm taking isn't actually adding any value, and I need to change how I'm doing what I'm doing, or even potentially what I'm doing. Am I focusing in on the right priorities in the right areas? So in terms of creating purpose, strong positive impact and meaning for people in the workplace, what can we do? I think as leaders, we need to start with ensuring that we fully understand our purpose, our meaning, and the impact that we have. Once we've understood that, then we can support others to do the same. Lead by example. I think it's encouraging those who are very much task orientated, either because that's what the role dictates or whether that's their style, to really think deeply around why they're doing the task. Enabling them to really understand the purpose, the intent behind it and the outcome that they're having. I think once people are better connected to that, they themselves become a lot more powerful, because they themselves are much more satisfied by what they're doing. They can see the value in it. And I think it's then opening up the conversation wider, so that leaders are always having a conversation with individuals, not just about what is motivating to them and what's important, so they actually better understand the people that work for them, but actually they support the individuals to have a greater connection to their role in the organisation as a whole. So therefore, purpose, meaning and values are always in the narrative. If this resonates with you, if you want to better connect with your motivations, your values, your purpose and the impact that you're having, then let's have a conversation. You can contact me through my email, lisa@gripcoaching.co.uk, or go directly to my website, www.gripcoaching.co.uk.